So the hare's ear leads, it needs no introduction whatsoever. It's just an extremely popular fly. This one that I'm fishing just now is it's a hare's ear, but it's got UV in it. I'm finding it very, very good just now in the reservoirs. I fished it last year, but I was a bit late fishing it last year. But I've been fishing it through the summer. Well, we're now at the end of August, and it's just catching more and more fish as the season goes on. It can only be down to that little bit of UV, but whatever it is, it's working very well. So let's go ahead and tie this UV hare's ear. So I'll start off with a size 10 wet fly hook in the vise here. I tie this down to a 14, but 10s and 12s tend to be better. 14s and smaller waters. And I just come down to a point opposite the point of the hook. Okay. And then I've got some lovely cocked Leon. Just take a small pinch of that. There's my tail. I'm just going to line it up so it's the same length as the body. And just make sure everything's nice and straight. Like so. And with your scissors, trim the waist. For my rib, I've got a lovely flat gold wire. This is a medium wire. And I'll just tie that in. Like I say, this is a very quick fly to tie, but one that's ever so effective. I've got a mix of rabbit, squirrel and hare's ear in here. This is mixed for me by a friend of mine, Andrew Scruffy Dubbin. Andrew Ellis does this for me. And I'm just going to wind on a relatively thin dubbing rope up to the thorax area. So relatively thin, you can see that there. Come in and winding it up the body. Stop halfway up. That's enough there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my UV. So this is a UTC ice blue pearl UV thing, and it's large, it's quite flat, and it's got to be my thorax here, and I catch that in directly, and it has to be directly on top of the hook shank, like so. And then I get a more robust, fatter, if you like, dubbing rope. Get some meat on the fly. Winding down and then back up, pulling my thread tight through those wraps. Okay, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to pull my UV over the back and secure. A couple of thread drops to secure it. And then because I'm bringing a wire up, I'll just do a little finish there. So I just bring my wire once, twice, thrice, 4 times is the body, and then my 5th time I come straight through the middle of the thorax area. Not quite through the middle there. Right through the middle, what's this? Through the thorax area, up to the eye of the hook, and secure that in. And then just a little twizzle to finish him off, break it off nicely. If I just tilt that, you can see that tiny little bit of flash. So we're going to tidy this area up now with some thread wraps. Just pull the fibres back from the eye. Create a nice, neat, tidy head. Get the right foot finishing tool Stephen. And just come up. And you want quite a pronounced red head on there, because again that's a trigger as well. And before I do the dubbing, I'll just pull some of these fibres out. Sweep everything back. And that's him. UV Hare's here. Cracking little fly. The only thing I'll do now is just finish it off. And that's to stick a little bit of varnish on there. Without getting too much in the first unit. Tiny little bit of varnish either side of the eye. And that's him finished. UV Hare's here. Just a great little pattern. I fish it straight lined on a floating line near the weed beds. Or I'll sometimes fish a little floating fry and this hanging underneath it, only like a foot underneath it, and it works. And also obviously the washing line. The UV Hare's here. Hope you enjoyed that. Please subscribe to the channel.